10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome everyone. Gold Fever Radio. Here it is Wednesday once again, October the 19th, 2022. Can you believe that? I can't believe that. At the last moment, I went to put my earbuds in and they're dead. I forgot to charge them. So luckily I had time to hurry and grab me a set of headphones to put them on, or I would have been in deep doo-doo, so they say. All right, let's see what's going on. Who's in this chat room right here? I see people have been chatting for the last half hour. You guys are anxious. Paul Mishak, welcome. Patty's Adventures, welcome. Man, you guys carrying on the conversation here. Teresa, the treasure hunter. What a coincidence. I guest tonight, too. Let's see. Richard Billen, welcome. John Quist, welcome. If I say you guys' names wrong, just slap me later on. Jerry Prince, welcome. You guys are starting to come into the room there. Anyways, let's go see what's going on. Like I said, it's Wednesday once again. There's 73 days left till the end of the year. So I don't know how many days left till Christmas, but there's only 73 days left till the end of the year. And when I was Googling that, some reason it came up 2,165 days, 6 hours and 59 minutes and 55 seconds till the end of the world. Wow. So I don't know if all that has anything to do with it. But, if you add that up, that's only 6 years. So then I got curious and I Googled the end of the world, and then it comes up 2,280. That's 257 years. Can you imagine what it'd be like 257 years from now? Wow. That's pretty scary what this world would look like in 257 years. Kelly Wallstad, welcome. Looks like a channel supporter. Welcome. Lane 2.0, welcome. See, on this day, 2015, the U.S. scientists find evidence that life on Earth began 4.1 billion years ago, 300 million years earlier than previously thought. What would have been like to live on this planet 400 billion years ago? Now that's another thought. See, today is National Kentucky Day, so all you guys from Kentucky, welcome. It's also National National Bra Day. Wow, now that's very important. National Bra Day. Oh, I got to do this just for National Bra Day. I have to play this here.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real Men of Genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Push-Up Bra Inventor.
Mr. Push-Up Bra Inventor.
Never before has one man done so much with so little.
Lifting them higher.
From mosquito bites, pimples, and pancakes to melons, mountains, and major league yabos. An engineering feat so brilliant it can only be described as va-va-va-voom.
Ba-ba-boom.
Thanks to you, even a 90-year-old grandmother can go from A to double D in a single bound.
What's your number, Granny?
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh hoister of the hooter, because when it comes to the bust, you're the best.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Sometimes I think I'm going to go to hell. I do live in Arizona, so I guess I'm already been there. But anyways, I couldn't help it. National Bra Day, So, hey, cheers, everybody. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off at? See, November 11th, 12th, 13th is Patreon outing. That's going to be up in the Meadview area. All you channel supporters, Patreon supporters, you guys will be getting some notifications. It's going to be up in Meadview. We're going to go up there, do some metal detecting hunt, and look for some gold. That's right, gold. We're going to go up there and look for gold. So, anyways, let's see. Meadview, if you guys don't know where that's at, that's south of Lake Mead, northern Arizona up there. So plan that, 11th, 12th, and 13th. There's no charge if you're one of my Patreon supporters. I'll probably do a meal even. I'll cook hamburgers or something one night. Let's see, December 28th through 1/1 is our New Year's extravaganza. That's always a lot of fun. That's 5 days of partying, digging for gold, and having a lot of fun. If you want more information on that or register to that, call 928-851-7167, and you can register for that. Let's see, gold giveaway. I'm reading my notes here, so excuse me. Sometimes I got to write really fast. Let's see. Oh, so next, let's see. So I'll upload a video next Saturday, and in that video, you know, I don't keep my gold, so I give my gold away. So here's what I'm going to do. So if you look at, you guys are getting that are here, you're getting some valuable information before everybody else gets it in here. Next Saturday, I'm going to upload a video, and the gold I get from that video, I'm going to give it away on the next Wednesday show. And so I'll ask you a question about that video, and the first one that can answer that's going to get that gold that I just got from this video. So next Wednesday is also going to be our Halloween show, since that's the closest one to Halloween. So that's going to be our Halloween show that we do. We just play Halloween music and that stuff like that. Let's see. Also going to try something new. This Sunday night, I'm going to upload a radio show, you know, where we just like playing music from the campground here. We just play music. Yeah. See what that's like. So anyway, that's next Sunday. So you can give me your feedback on that there. The last prize wheel that we did, all them prizes have been sent out. So you guys that got in on them, on that prize wheel, expect your prizes. Some of you may have already got them. You guys living close by here, but other than that, those will all be coming out to you. Okay, that's what's happening on my neck of the woods. I don't know what happened on your neck of the woods. Let's see. David Villa, Buck Ratley, Douglas Edmonds. Welcome, guys. If I missed you from you that you snuck in up above there, then I didn't see you. Kelly Walsted's a new Patreon. Must be a new channel supporter. Okay, so we have a guest tonight. Our guest is Teresa Kay. She is a treasure hunter, and we're going to talk to her. And she's got some cool stuff we can look at and all that. But let me go ahead and bring her in right here. Add her in. Hello, welcome.
Hello, happy National Bra Day. Thank you for inviting me, Jack.
Hey, for those that don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, I'm Teresa. I am Teresa the Treasure Hunter. I live in Texas and also have a house in Wyoming. Most of the time I'm in Texas, though. Born and raised here, the Dallas area. And I'm married. I have 3 grown kids and 2 grandkids. And I have been a treasure hunter as long as I can remember. I've always looked for treasure, even as a little girl. I just always looked down and anything sparkly, shiny. I've always loved it. So it just carried on into now. I'm definitely a treasure hunter. So I'm excited to share with you some of my stuff.
So what got you started in it?
Well, like I said, as a little girl, I was a treasure hunter. My granddaddy was a trapper, and I would go with him to check his traps, and he would come out he would say, if it was a scary kind of place, he'd say, you stay right here, and he'd go down under a bridge or culvert or something. He'd come back up, and he'd be carrying some treasure, which would have been, a bobcat or rabbits or, all different kinds of things that he had trapped. And one time he got in the truck and he threw something at me and I was like, "What's that?" And he said, "Look what I found." And it was a spoon and two $10 bills that he handed me. But he also was a worm farmer. And so he had this worm farm that had night crawlers in it. He made a pretty good business out of selling those to people that wanted to fish. They lived in deep East Texas and near a bunch of lakes and stuff. So that's how he made his living. And my grandparents also lived near a creek, a big creek that just ran all around their property. I had a whole bunch of cousins. We would all go to my grandparents and we would just tromp through that creek from sunup to sundown. I would find anything. I come home with all kinds of crap in my pockets, my poor mama. But we always had a coffee can that we put our stuff in. So it would be like feathers and marbles and just coins, whatever I could find. So anyway, that's sort of how I started. I just can't remember not looking down and looking for treasures, what I call treasures anyway.
So you go out every day, or you go out once a week, or how often you go out?
Well, I'd say I go out every day because every day I'm looking for stuff. Last night we went out to eat Mexican food and we were walking through the parking lot and I picked up a wheel weight. It was a little square, about this big square wheel weight, but it kind of was shiny. I was like, "What is that?" And I showed it to my husband. He knew what it was. It had numbers on it. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Balancing, they go on the wheel for balancing.
Yeah. So that was my little treasure that I found last night. But I mostly do metal detecting, and I really, really enjoy that. And I've been on a lot of cool trips and to a lot of events and found a lot of neat stuff. And then I also went to a gold mine one time and did little panning for gold, but I didn't know what I was doing. But went to a gold mine, which I got some stories about that. It's at Deadwood, South Dakota, the home state gold mine there. And that is the most prolific gold mine said to be in the nation's history. So much gold was found there, and it started early, and they're still finding gold there, which I know there's lots of gold still in the earth, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. Deadwood is a neat town.
Deadwood, cool.
Deadwood, South Dakota.
I think ain't there a show about Deadwood? Or is
Yep.
that?
It is. It truly is about that. And if you watch that, you will see a lot of the history in that. Yep, it's on HBO a long time ago, but it's a whole series and it's about them finding gold in the town. Pretty neat. Anyway, that's a little bit about me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming.
So you said you've been on a lot of events. What kind of events have you been on or at?
Well, I'd love to come to something where you are, to your gold claim. And, I saw that you do a New Year's Eve thing or New Year's Day thing. That'd be cool. That's considered an event to me. I'd love to do that sometime. But in metal detecting, they have events and they're pretty big. Like I went to one in upstate New York at Shazy, New York, and it's called Digstock. And there was probably 700 people, 600 to 700 people there.
Wow.
It was so fun. That's where I found my first 3-ringer there, and I found a musket ball. We were real close to a lot of the War of 1812 stuff. I found an old tent stake out in the middle of a farm field. It looked like kind of like a railroad spike, except it was, it was long, but at the end it had like an eye of a needle type thing, but the whole thing was probably this long. Anyway, that's what they told me. It was a tent stake, which I thought was pretty interesting. What else did I find? After that, I went to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and I got to hunt there. That is where George Washington was, Ben Franklin, Daniel Boone, upstate, all up there, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, New Jersey. There's so much history up there in New England. And I found some cool stuff right behind Ben Franklin's paper mill. I got to get in the creek, which I really like to get in the creek. You know, I told you I was a little girl, I was running through the creek. But anyway, right behind Ben Franklin's paper mill, I found a 1700 shoe buckle, which was amazing. It had some design on it. It didn't have the insides, the innards part, but it was the frame, the shoe buckle frame. So that was pretty exciting. Also got to detect at Daniel Boone's family property, back in behind that by that same creek. I have to do a lot of cool stuff there. I've also been to Florida Hunt 8. I've been to Oklahoma, to the Oklahoma Red Dirt Shootout. They're going to have the Garrett, Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt. It'll be not very far from my house here in Dallas. I'm going to next March or April.
I'd like to go to that.
Yeah, you should. That'd be cool. I wish I love meeting people. I'm extremely over friendly. I meet everybody and love everybody. So that'd be really cool if you could do that. That's Canton, Texas. Texas. So anyway, I've got a lot of stuff coming up. Next week I'm leaving. I'm going back to the Dig Stock up in upstate New York. And looking forward to that.
Is that still going on?
Mm-hmm. Plattsburgh. That's going to be at Plattsburgh, New York, and that's a lot of so much Rev War and Civil War and just so much old 1700 stuff happened there. You know, that's really where everybody landed at first, and then spread out in the United States. But that's next week, and then after that, I'm going back to Pennsylvania to something called Come Out Swinging, and I believe this is their third year to do that, and that where. When I went there before in Pennsylvania, I found a 1739 King George III copper coin, which is pretty cool. I was pretty excited about that one. So I found a lot of pretty neat stuff. But I've also been to Vermont. I went on a ladies' retreat with several ladies that do metal detecting. We went to Vermont, Groton, Vermont, and we stayed at this little lake, and we found some pretty neat stuff there too. We actually found a dump, an old dump, and we dug for bottles. I found a clay marble. I found a pair of false teeth in the dump. So we started calling the man George. So found a lot of George's stuff in there. There was an old car in there, an old 50-something International truck was in that dump. It was a lot of cool stuff. So anyway, I'm talking a lot. How's everybody?
No, that's okay. David asked, did you meet up with Gypsy or Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
Dig Stock?
They're very good friends of mine. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you live out there in Texas, yeah, so you get to see you guys. See, I'd love to do a lot of that type of stuff. You know, I love to metal detect and treasure hunt, and you know, this property that we got here. There's a lot of history on it, and I found a 3-ringer on here, and what it was doing out here, I don't know.
In Arizona?
But, yeah.
Wow.
And I found an old military button, and you know, because a lot of them brought that stuff out here too.
Sure,
and
they kept their coat.
Yeah, a lot of, you know, so I mean, so there's a lot of history here from the late, you know, 1800s and stuff like that. So, but not like you guys got back there with, you know, that was big when it, you know, was settled back there, and then it kind of moved west. So I'd love to go back there, and it seems like people back there want to come here. So I think we ought to do an exchange program where we can. Yeah.
I agree. I love to travel. So there's not, where I live near Dallas, there's just not that much stuff. But I'm willing to get on a plane and go somewhere where they're going to have a good hunt. The Dig Stock guys are going to do another one in March and it's in North Carolina, and they've done that a couple of years now. Or I know this is at least the second year, and it's it should be really fun. I forgot how many acres, thousands of acres, with lots of Civil War stuff. So I'm hoping to go to that one too.
Why don't you tell Richard what a three-ringer is?
Richard, I wish I had mine. Do you have yours, Jack?
I can
don't.
get one. I can get one if you got to talk for a moment though.
Okay, I can talk. Richard, a three-ringer is a Civil War bullet. A long time ago, when they had the wars, they just had the little musket balls, which was a lead ball in a circle, and they would put it down in that musket, and they would, shove that powder in there and shove it down in there and shoot that one musket ball. Well, then they developed the three-ringer, and when he shows you, you'll see it's a bullet, but you can't imagine how heavy it is till you pick it up, but it's solid lead. And they would put that in the gun, do all that, and when it would come out, it didn't just shoot straight out, it tumbles like this, and it will damage whatever it hits horribly. So when they came out with the three-ringer, it really changed the war, because they could shoot, it would shoot further, it would shoot longer, and it would hit so much harder. There it is. Yeah. It's heavy, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, it's got 3 rings on them, and they got the cone underneath
Yeah.
them. But yeah, that was found on the property here.
Wow. That's interesting that it was found there. I'm sure that they used those even to shoot animals, deer hunting and stuff after. I would think that they would take their stuff.
We find square nails.
Square nail, yeah. I found quite a few of those too.
Here's one of the coolest things. There's been 2 of these found on the property. This is a good, it's a good luck token.
Yeah, I found some tokens.
But what that is, that's got the swastika on it.
Oh.
And so before the Germans got it, the swastika meant good luck.
It did.
And then once they got it, we found a lot of these old gas tag things, that went up in the.
Did that swastika thing have a date on it, Jack?
Well, it's good for 50 cents off. The other one that somebody got was dated like back in the, I think, early 20s or 30s. Mm-hmm. There was a chauffeur's badge, an Arizona chauffeur's badge.
Oh,
said
wow.
1948.
That's so neat. Yeah, those are metal detecting finds for sure.
And then old marbles, those are just.
That's a clay marble, yep. I found one of those in that dump I was talking about. Found a lot of cool little bottles.
Let's see, there's a.
That's a V nickel. Is it a barber?
No, that is a 1912. What is that? $50.
It's a barber. That's a barber $50. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm leaning my eyes in.
Oh no, this was a 1 cent. This I found at a railroad stop close by here, though.
Is it copper?
I don't think so. It might
Oh,
be.
yeah.
A large
that's
cent.
Liberty. Yeah, that's a large cent. What's the date on that one? I have actually one of those, a necklace made out of that.
18, I think it's 1851, maybe.
50. Yeah. No, I think mine says 1855. That's pretty cool. And you found that on your property too?
Close by here.
So neat.
Tax tokens from all over.
Tokens. Mm-hmm.
They had the tax token. This was cool. This was a good luck thing. You keep this and you never go broke.
A penny probably will fit in there.
You're right. And then later, close by, I found the penny, 1909.
1909. Cool.
So when I Googled it, that's what it said it had in 1909. And then I went back and looked, and then I found the penny.
That's
so
cool.
those are some things that I found from the property here.
Those are really neat things to find there in Arizona. Yeah. Have you ever found an Indian head penny?
Oh yeah, they're a lot.
Yeah, I figured that. I can find Indian head pennies, and I can find silver rosies, and every once in a while a silver merc.
There's an
here,
Indian head right there.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a Utah token or Utah transit to ride the bus.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're right on the highway. and so this was the main highway as they traveled back and forth through California, and there was a service station out front, so they would stop to fill up, and a lot of them they would lose all their, there's Colorado tokens. Oh, there's another swastika. So see, there was that one you can see
That's
better.
cool that you found that before the war. Yeah, it's actually good luck.
Yeah. There's a
They really
Coca-Cola,
messed that up, didn't
a Coca-Cola token.
they? That's neat.
So anyway, yeah, all this stuff has been found out here. There's so much stuff that's out here to be found.
Do you use your metal detectors out there, or are you mostly just mining for gold out there?
No, we metal detect. We found some nice gold metal detecting.
Yeah, yeah. So to metal detect, do you use the Knox 800, or what kind of detector do you use? The MineLab GX something?
Yeah, well, if I'm looking for gold, I probably use that 6000 or the Gold Monster or the GPX 6000 or the GPZ 7000. I have all of them.
Those are all pulse induction
Right,
machines.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for treasures, I like to use the Equinox 800. I got a lot of detectors. I collect detectors, so
I have
I've
quite
got
a few too.
I've tried the Deus and the Legends and the Simplexes and all of that, but
What's your favorite? Depends on what you're doing, I'm sure, but just to metal detect, what's your favorite?
well, my go-to one for right now is going to be the 6000.
Yeah.
I've found a lot of gold with that, and I found a lot of treasures with Equinox. So those are
Yeah.
probably my two go-to machines.
Yeah, and I have heard that the Knox will find gold, like the gold nuggets.
It will if you use a smaller coral, the 5-inch or 6-inch coral, and then they will. And that what's cool about that machine, but it's not as good as the gold because it's really not a gold machine, but it still does pretty good. But that machine if you go over a piece of gold, like it'll tell you the number system. So gold might be like a number 2 or 3, and that's what's nice about that machine.
Yeah.
Brandon Townsend, the Knox is a beast. I use a Legend as well.
Me too, Brandon. I have those. I have a new favorite though, but yeah, I have a Knox 800 and I have the Legend. I have Garrett machines. My very first machine, I got it 15 years ago. My kids were trying to figure out something to get me for Mother's Day, and I'm a person that if I see something I want, I'll buy it if I can. And so it's hard for them to buy me a gift. So we were at a gun show actually. It was getting close to Mother's Day, and they've been saying, "What do you want? What do you want?" I'm like, "I don't need anything. I don't need anything." Well, they had these whites metal detectors at the gun show, and I said, "I want that. That's something I really want. I've been watching these videos on YouTube, and I want one of those." And that was, well, I don't know how long YouTube's been doing it, but I started out watching Jake the Almighty. I don't know if you know who that is. That was my first person I watched on YouTube. So that wouldn't have been 15 years ago. But I didn't know much about metal detecting when I first got my whites. It's the MXT 950. Eclipse 950. I don't know if you know what that is, but
Yeah, well,
it was an old one that it just had the dials on it and the thing that like that. It's not like these new ones, but I still like that machine. I got it out the other day. It screams at you when it's something good. It tells you it's something good.
yeah, the MXT and that Legend were two different machines. Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to be whites dealers before they went out of business.
Oh, really?
I have on order though from Garrett is the Axiom that I'm waiting on for gold machine.
You do. Well, I was just going to say that I'm going to get a gold machine because the guy that lives there in Deadwood, and it's actually Spearfish area, Spearfish Canyon. That's where all the gold is, out in those black hills. And anyway, he has a claim there, and he said that I can go back with him. So I've been looking at which pulse induction machine do you get if you're What do you think's the best? You haven't used the Axiom yet, so you don't know.
No, but what the Axiom supposedly has, and that has that iron discrimination on it, and that's what could be really nice to have, so you're not digging up hot rocks or different things like that. So that'll be very interesting, and hopefully it'll be a little quieter. The 6000 can be a little chattery. It's very sensitive to EMI, so it's hard to hunt around certain areas and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that Axiom. But when you're ready for a gold detector, give me a call, and I'll give you a good deal on one. Yeah.
I just need to come see you and try yours to see what the different ones I like.
There you go.
I see that Brandon asked the question if we've used the legend in gold mode. I have used it. But I was like in a playground and different places like that where I was just switching different modes to listen to it. It's so loud and chatty. You have to turn the sensitivity way down with the legend if you're doing gold mode. But I did throw down, some gold jewelry that I had and different things to see what it did and what it rang up. And it lets you know when it's there. But
Chris says a good first time PI is the 2300. 2300 is a good machine. It's underwater and it easily folds up. That's its advantages. It's sensitive to finer gold up front. It's not really deep. It won't give you the depth that some of the other ones in its class or that can.
What brand is that?
That's MindLab. That's MindLab. Yeah. Yeah.
They're a good company and they have great customer service.
Yeah, we just don't like them because they're not U.S. products. So we don't like MindLab.
So but you like the legend from Turkey?
Well, MindLab won't give me a dealership, so I say they suck.
I get you.
I can be a dealership for Deus's and Garrett's and all them others, but MindLab won't let me. So that's why I say MindLab sucks. So I can't wait till the Axiom comes out because I seriously want to help start promoting Garrett because, they're made in the USA. Go USA. Screw overseas. It's time to stop supporting MindLab. Let them go to the toilet. They're overpriced anyways,
Now, Garrett is a good company. That is a good mom and pop. Of course, mom and pop passed away, but they're still a good company. I think they're making most of their money these days on the security stuff, though.
Yeah.
The wands, like when you're going into any kind of a event, like a ball game or stadium type thing, those wands. And then anytime you're going to a school or a courthouse, those kind of places you have to walk through those, the airports, those are all, a lot of them are Garrett.
They're starting to come back a little bit. They bought out the white technology and they came out with the 24K machine. And I think Garrett kind of wants to get back into the gold business a little bit. And that's why this Axiom's coming out and hopefully it'll come out real soon. So
well, I can tell a story about one of my Garrett machines if you want me to. I sent you a picture.
Oh yes, but let me play a commercial first, and then we'll come back and do that. Okay. Sure. I've got your pictures here. Let me find this commercial so I can pay a bill before I forget and get in any trouble. Okay. All right, we'll be right back, folks.
ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal is the only monthly gold prospecting magazine published in the United States and is the most comprehensive and respected magazine about gold prospecting on the market today. With readers in all 50 states, it features articles on detecting, high banking, dredging, small-scale operations, assaying, basic geology, how to read the land, regulations, and more. Our monthly Ask the Experts column is answered by true experts. It features answers to readers' questions on processing, detecting, geology, and any other questions you may have related to finding and recovering gold and other precious metals. The Mining Journal features the most extensive selection of equipment, mining properties, services, and more, and a classified section featuring over 20 times more new and used items than the nearest competitor. The Mining Journal has been in continuous publication since 1931. A full 12 issues is available for just $27.95, and discounts are available for 2- and 3-year subscriptions. And an online subscription gives you access to over 3,000 articles going back nearly 20 years. Our purpose is to teach you how to find more gold. ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal is the tool you need to succeed. It's time to raise your gold prospecting knowledge to the next level with ICMJ's Prospecting and Mining Journal. Give us a call at 831-479-1500 or visit www.icmj.com. That's www.icmj.com.
That's right. And if you don't have a subscription to the Mining Journal, call them and get your subscription to the Mining Journal. Okay, so let's see what Brandon say. Is the new Axiom a multi-frequency machine or a PI? It's a PI machine. Oh, PI.
That's the best if you're going to look for gold, right? I mean, that's what I want to get where I'm going to hunt for gold nuggets.
Well, PI because you don't pick up. It'll still pick up hot rocks, but not as like a gold bug 2 or a gold monster or something like that. It picks up everything. So PI machines tend to punch through the ground deeper, and they don't pick up as many hot rocks. They kind of get rid of that iron. Chris says Axiom is a PI. Chris Ralph did a nice review on his. He did a very good review on that. So
I know that KG and Ringy took it to Alaska recently. They're Garrett, a couple of the Garrett guys that promote their machines and have YouTube channels and stuff, and they were happy with it. I think they enjoyed it.
I should start using Garrett's more. Maybe Garrett will support me because Mine Lab don't. Whites used to take care of me. We used to get together a lot with the Whites, and they did sponsored some of our events and stuff like that. But yeah. So, anyways, okay. So you're about ready to say something or show something or something.
Yeah, I want to show you something. Last June, I went to visit my parents and my brother, his family. They live in southern Louisiana, and in South Louisiana, there's lots of Civil War activity down there. Real close to where they live. They live near Baton Rouge, and the Mississippi River runs all from New Orleans, and it runs down through Baton Rouge and comes on around and under. And my parents lives kind of close to Zachary and St. Francisville, Louisiana. So much Civil War history there. It's just amazing. And so my brother is a hunter, and he has a deer lease, and he took me deer hunting last November at this plantation. That's his deer lease. And we drove up there, and my mouth just dropped open. I was like, my brother's name's Lonnie. I was like, Lonnie, this place is amazing. Well, he didn't care anything about the plantation. He was there to get a deer, it's so big. They have over 8, maybe, I don't know how many, at least 8 deer stands. They're out there just all spread out all over this property. And anyway, it was the plantation was built, or it says established on the sign. It says 1796. So late 1700s, early 1800s. And it's a really interesting place. It was actually used in a movie set that John Wayne did a movie. John Wayne and Rock Hudson were in this movie, and this plantation is in the movie. the property, the house, there's a graveyard. It's all in there. So he has no idea, as far as a treasure hunter goes, what he's sitting on. Anyway, I said, can I come back here with my metal detector? And he said, I don't care. So I got to go there. And when I was there, I kept on just hunting on all the high tones on a metal detector, which is high 80s and 90s, and I kept getting bullets. Bullet, and not even all older bullets. But I found some cool stuff, other things too. So that night I was just real frustrated because I wanted to find silver, stuff like that. And I couldn't get anything. I just kept finding the dang bullets. So anyway, I talked to one of my friends that night after I got back. I was going back the next morning, and he said, dig everything. What are you doing? Dig everything. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to. And he said, out there, you don't know what you're going to find. So the next day I went out there, I had my legend, and I was digging up different kinds of things, found some pretty neat stuff, found a license plate, old license plate. I found an old horseshoe, iron stuff, I found where the old blacksmith used to be. Found a lot of canning stuff, a few old coins. Anyway, I came around the house right by this old, where there used to be a porch, well, not a porch, really just steps coming out of the house, and started looking there. My legend started dying, so I went back to my truck and I got my Garrett Apex. So brought it back around there and swung that thing, and it started hitting this something. That was a 4950, and it was a pretty good ding, ding, ding. Like, it was definitely finding something. So anyway, I dug it up, and I'll show you here, but Jack has a picture of it.
What's that? What picture is that one? Oh, the gold one?
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Yeah, that's a much better picture. So that was kind of in the side wall when I dug my hole. I missed a little bit. Anyway, down in that hole was this itty bitty, teeny tiny little coin, and it was shining so bright, pretty deep. And I just kept looking at it and thinking, no way, is that real? And so I got it out, set it on my shovel, kept saying, no way, that can't be right. So I got my water and I sprayed it with the water, and I could see that what you're looking at right there. I could see it said $1 and the date. And so I have a video of it, but I was shaking when I was holding that coin. It is a $1 gold coin, 1852, and it is so tiny. It's the smallest minted U.S. coin. It's smaller than the trine, smaller than the little there's 3 cent piece, which do not call the trine. It has some damage on it, you can see there, and then I don't think I sent a picture of the other side where the Liberty cap is. But anyway, it is smaller than a button on a man's dress shirt. It's so pretty little. Let's see. I don't know what I can hold up there to show you how little it is. So little. Anyway.
I said I'll trade you then.
No, you won't. What is that? I can't see.
Too far away, huh?
Oh, I see a bust, but I don't. What is that?
That's the 3 cent piece.
Is it?
The 3 cent piece.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's smaller than that, Jack.
Wow, that's pretty small then.
It's so little. I cannot believe I found it. Anyway, I found that with the Garrett Apex, and it was ringing up exactly what it is when I got it out of the hole.
What did it ring up as?
49.50.
49.
Just kept on.
That's a beautiful coin. That is beautiful.
It's really not. It's damaged. The other side has more damage. See at the top.
Well, then just send it to me. Then what the hell?
It's worth a gazillion dollars to me.
Okay, I'll give you $1 for it.
I can't believe I found it. But one of the bad things about finding it is I was at that plantation. Well, the plantation sits off the road, probably at least 2 miles, getting close to 2 miles, and I had no signal. And so I got my camera out and just started videoing But then when I got it out and I actually was holding it in my hand, I was shaking so bad. And just, I just kept, for real? No way, no way. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I just couldn't believe it. And I was all alone. So anyway, I took off walking down that road to try to get some signal just to send pictures of it to my friends that knew where I was and what I was doing. Finally was able to get them the picture to go through, but I wasn't able to talk to anybody till I left. And I didn't want to leave after I found that, you know. I was
No.
swinging that apex and I was just watching for the 4950 signal. Just see if I
Wow.
can find. There's got to be more there. They said that that property was also used as a Civil War hospital
Oh yeah.
at one point.
I'd go back. Absolutely.
I plan on it. I just can't go during deer season, which I'll be back up there. You know, at Thanksgiving I'll be back.
Oh.
But I can hunt around the house again, but I'm gonna get out in those fields.
Yeah. No,
It had slaves' quarters. It had the caretaker quarters. Oh man, it's just an amazing place.
no
The
that
history of it is amazing, but I can't believe I found that coin.
no that'd be.
But
Oh,
it's so
Don
crazy.
says that it's cold up here, 30s tonight, and still swimming. Wow, you know, we're out of our hundreds here, so we're starting to cool down. The air's still on. It comes on once in a while, but I got my heater set up right here. So pretty soon it's under the desk here. Pretty soon I'll have to start lighting that heater up and keeping me warm. But so anyway, but that's cool, man. So you found it. So what do you do with all the stuff that you find? Do you keep it or give it away?
Both. I do both. It depends on what it is. Certain things like that first three ringer that I found, I just stood in that field in upstate New York and just held it. And I couldn't believe how heavy it was. And I actually sort of hugged it, you know, kind of held it to me like, I wonder who dropped that and how horrible it must have been to shoot that at another person and to be hit by that. And I was saying when you went to go get that three ringer, how the three ringers come out of the gun were different than the musket ball and how they tumbled. And the damage that they did to other people, that's why they lost their limbs and had to have, you know, it's interesting to look it up what a three ringer did when it comes out of the gun.
Yeah, I've got some three ringers that they've hit, and
Yep.
so they're smashed, you know, or they go at an angle where they.
Right. But
Yeah.
that three ringer is one that I don't want to get rid of that. I mean, people that live in, you know, in Richmond, Virginia and Gettysburg and all that, they find buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of three ringers and they just throw them in their bucket. It's no
They
big
do.
deal.
Yeah.
But to me, that was really something special. I really just thought a lot about that, and it just made me think more. I love history. I love the Civil War. I love the Revolutionary War, anything like that. And then whenever I find something from there, it means so much more to me because I've studied about it, or I can find something and then study about it. Like, for instance, I got a really cool War of 1812 button. And that thing made me go down the rabbit holes, you know, looking at the War of 1812 and what it really was. And then when I've lost my brain all of a sudden, sorry.
The war,
Once in a while I
1812.
lose my brain. No, I was thinking about George Washington
Oh,
and Independence Day in the later 1700s. And when I found that, I just recently watched a documentary about King George III, and it's told so much about him. It had a lot of things that were interesting, like, you know, showing their clothes that they wore, so you could see the buttons You get to see the buckles on their shoes. They had knee buckles. They had, anybody that was in any kind of war, a lot of times they'll have like a plate right here. It's just so interesting to study. And then when you find something that matches that period, that just makes it so interesting and real to me. So those kind of things I don't give away unless, like, if I go to somebody's property and they tell me I can hunt there, I will. I'll show them the things that I found, and if they want to keep it all, they can. I kind of look at it like fishing. I love to fish, and so it's sort of a catch and release. I want to catch it. I want to find it, but I also am okay to let the fish go back in the water. I've never cooked a fish that I caught. I just catch them and put them back in. And I feel kind of that way about my metal detecting finds. I want to take my picture with it. I want to find it. And then I'll give it to, whoever it belongs to. It's cool to find a ring or find something with someone's name on it, like I did. I did some magnet fishing at a lake nearby, and I pulled up somebody's car keys, and it actually had a dog tag, like a military dog tag on it. And I was able to find those people and give that dog tag back to them. So that's pretty neat, I think.
Yeah, they said, yeah, the car's in the driveway. We couldn't get it started. Thank you for giving us the keys back so we can start this thing.
No, it was in the water.
Oh.
Patty, you're right. I do enjoy treasure hunting, and my family doesn't get it. They don't understand that that's what I want to do, is go out and dig in the dirt to get things out from under the dirt,
Here's a bunch of buttons and stuff like that that's been found around here.
Wow.
There's an army button from General Patton.
Oh, wow.
He was out here. General Patton was out here. Here's the first infantry that I found on the property.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have one with the eye in the middle of the eagle's shield. Yep,
Yeah,
like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has the one on it. But yeah, so I mean, you just thought I was a gold digger, but I love treasure hunting too, man. I love metal detecting and treasure hunting.
When you asked me to come on your show, I just thought, I don't know if I don't know that much about gold hunting, but I'm willing to try. And I have hunted, before at a gold mine, but I can talk, so I figured I'd be okay.
No, well, that's why I say we
to stop me.
No, we do more than just gold hunt. See, it says Gold Fever Adventures and Treasure Hunting.
I see that, and I see Patty's name, Patty's Adventures. My kids got me a coffee mug, and it says she loves adventure. I'm like, boy, isn't that the truth? And I'm willing to take off and go.
Yeah, life is an adventure.
I want to go to Scotland or England and
I
hunt for some old stuff there.
Yeah, I just had a buddy come back from Scotland. He spent 10 days over there, and I said, dude, I wanted to go. Why didn't you tell me you went, man? I would have loved to have gone.
Was he metal detecting?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I would love to go too.
He said he found something. He showed a picture. He found something that I don't know how it works, but anyway, they put it in the museum over there with his name on it. So
yep. So they kept it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess, I guess they get first dibs if you find something, I guess, maybe, or something. But
yep. I have some friends that went over there. They were in England. I forget exactly where, but same thing. They had to turn in the things that they found to the museum people, historical society, something. And then they would either send it to them or decide to keep it and put it in their museum with their name on it. But it takes a good long time, almost a year, when you find stuff, to get it sent back to you to the United States. According to my friend's situation, that's what happened with them.
Yeah, no, I'd love to go.
Me too.
Trucking nomad. I say that adventure is the spice of life.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's a good saying.
Without adventure, life is pretty dull.
I do love adventure, and I'm so fortunate that I can go and do When my kids were still at home, I couldn't do it because of that. And now that,
So I was going to ask you, so does your family go out with you when you go out, your husband or your kids, or you just say, screw you guys, I'm taking off, and you go?
neither one of those things is true. No, they don't. My daughter-in-law will go with me, and I'm looking forward to the day that she can go with me to some of these events. But she has my two grandsons that she has to take care of, and one is 8 and the other one's 4. And so she, the 4-year-old's still tough to just go out and metal detect because he requires a lot of attention, and he doesn't. I did buy him a little toy metal detector, and he'll go with me. He gets real bored real easy. So anyway, she's not able to do it, and she can't leave him overnight. But the day's coming when she can, so she'll do it with me. But actually, my family doesn't say screw you, or I don't say screw you to them. I'm going. They were very supportive, and they're proud of me for doing what I want to do. And my husband is very supportive, so I'm real
That's
lucky. Yeah.
It is. That's good.
Yeah.
Why don't we give something away here? I got this
Let's
cool little.
What is that?
I got this cool little miner's light. It's a magnet. It's got a refrigerator magnet on it.
Is that
Okay.
copper, I assume?
It's probably metal that's just sprayed copper.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so
Easier to cut. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
laser
pretty
cutout.
neat. That's neat. Oh, all right. What do we got to do? How do we win this, Jack?
Okay, I'm gonna
Tell us.
give a question right now. First one to answer it in the chat room will win this here. You have
Can
to
I
be in the you would know the answer.
I already know the answer. Okay.
Yeah, you already know the answer. So
All
the
right.
first one
Good
in
luck.
first one in the chat room to answer it. You can be the judge though, okay?
Okay, I'll be watching. Good luck,
Okay.
everybody. I hope you
I
win
know.
the
So
magnet.
you got to live in the U.S. and
will.
I don't want to ship it over to, Indonesia or nothing like that. Okay. Earlier in the show, Teresa said she went on a ladies' retreat. Where did she go?
Where did I go?
First one in the chat room.
I'm watching.
Okay.
I see nothing.
No, they're Googling it. They're rewinding. Or they're thinking. They're
They're gone.
no.
Hello, everybody. Oh,
No.
Richard guessed New York. That wasn't my ladies' retreat, but that I went to New York with about 700.
Oh,
other
there we
people.
go. It's in there. There it is.
Already. Oh, yep. Buck Rackley.
Buck Rackley got it.
Got it. That's right.
Congratulations,
I went to
Buck.
Vermont.
Congratulations, Buck Rackley. I'm sure I got it, but email me, PM me something, your mailing address, and I will make sure you get this out in the mail to you. Congratulations
That's pretty neat.
for paying attention. You got it. It sticks.
That's cool.
I don't have nothing to make it stick to.
Congratulations to you. Bye.
Anyways. All right. So do that. Okay. All right. Sweet.
That was a neat giveaway. Where'd you get that?
I don't know. I bought them at some fair or something.
That's cool. I like that.
I have a few of them here. So I pulled them off my fridge. I just look for things to give away all the time.
That's awesome.
Maybe we give away this little. I gave away this 3D gold pan last week, but the guy never PM'd me his address to send it to him, so it's still sitting here. So.
Did you make that, or do you have somebody that has a 3D printer?
Yeah, I got a 3D printer.
You made that?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Here's a little weigh bulk to weigh your gold on, or whatever else you put it on there, and then you could pour it out on the on a scale. It says Gold Fever right on it. Gold Fever Resorts right there. See?
That's cool too.
Give this away too, Yeah, it's became a shelf, that printer. I need to clean it up and print some more stuff out.
Pretty neat.
Let's see. Don G says, I'm on the sea coast of New Hampshire. I prospect and detect all of New England.
You do. You
You
prospect
lucky.
and detect. That you are lucky, Dawn. I would love to see the things that you've found. When I flew into Vermont, I had to choose between Burlington and whatever airport was in Vermont. I mean, in New Hampshire. And I picked the Burlington one because it seemed like it was closer. But I've never been to New Hampshire, but I've been to all up in there. I've been to Maine and Massachusetts. I went to Boston.
That's
I'm
good.
a little
I've never been to. I forgot.
New
That
England.
no, that reminded me of the song. I've never been to, but I've been to Oklahoma.
I've been
Huh?
everywhere, man. I've
No,
been
no, no,
everywhere.
not
Not
that
that
one.
song.
No. Uh,
But I've been to Oklahoma song.
but I've never been to Spain or whatever. How that song goes.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, you old people. I can tell you who it is. It's Three Dog Night. I've never been to. How's that go? I've never been, but I've never been to. I forgot. Anyways, okay. Anyway, that's what that reminded me of when you said that. Do you ever get to Digstock in upstate New York? Don G just asked.
Don G, yes. I'm going to be there next weekend. Yes. Do
Lucky,
you, I
lucky,
can't wait.
lucky, lucky.
Are you close by, Don?
Yeah, I wished I was going.
And are you going to Dickstock, Don?
I wished I was going. Daryl Lane, hello. You found some new ground. All right, cool.
Hey.
Yeah, say hello to everybody back there for me and tell them I wished I was there. I guess Don G is.
I think I have a lag.
I've got a lag because you said something earlier that somebody posted and I didn't see it yet, so you saw it before I did.
I got a little lag, I think. But
I don't see nothing right now. Sometimes there's a lag on on the whole thing. People can come in and they started at a certain point. They don't realize that they're not in the beginning or fast forward to catch up, so
yeah,
they're behind
yeah.
it. So you'll see, like in 20 minutes from now, you'll start to see people answering the question that we just asked 10 minutes ago.
Well, I said Don did answer. Don answered. He said he can't go this year because he's working 7 days a week.
Oh, okay, there it is. I won't go this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wished I could go because that'd
You
be
should
pretty.
go. You should go. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like me, I'm such an extrovert and I love meeting people and I don't meet strangers at all. I say hi to everybody and it's at those kind of things you see a lot of people that have YouTube channels, and I'm friends with a lot of them. I don't know. A good one to watch is Quarter Hoarder. I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all ever watched that.
he's been on the show before.
Jason has. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, he actually asked me to be on his team. They're doing a poker run, Joker poker, where you use your metal detector and you dig up tokens. And so they have to have a 5-person team. He asked me to be on his team. So that's coming up next week. I'm excited to do that with them. But
Cool.
if anybody's looking for a good metal detecting channel, his is good. It's just funny. They just are so goofy and funny, but at the same time, they live New Jersey and Pennsylvania area, and they find some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But just getting to know the guys and stuff. So anyway, that's one that I really enjoy watching.
And
So
there's two guys up there. I forget their names up there. I think they're in upper state New Jersey. That they got a big. They go a lot of shows and have found a ton of stuff. Pete, Joe, and Pete. Pete, I forget what his name is. So I don't know if they'll be going.
I don't know either. I don't know those names, but there'll be a lot of people. Garrett will have all their people there, and Note to Macro and MindLab and XP Day. XP. I was going to tell you all this a while ago about my machines. My favorite machine right now is my XP Deus 2. That is my favorite
Okay, why do you like that
Metal
machine
detector.
for?
I have a hearing problem, and I can't hear low tones real well. I can hear high pitch really good. That's why I can hear the Garrett ding, 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 ding. I can hear the Garrett really well. Well, I have never been able to hear my knocks very well because it just sounds like an owl hooting or something. It just is a hoo, hoo, or something like that, not ding, ding, ding. And the dais, I like the sounds of the dais, and I got me a great program that it does. I don't find in nails. It doesn't find bottle caps. I can pretty good go over something that's pretty good target and tell you what it's going to be. Not exact, no one can do that, but I can look at the number and hear the sound and say, that's a quarter, that's a dime, that's a nickel, that's a penny, that's a nail.
I used that. I one time I compared the Deus with the Equinox. I found that the Deus didn't pick up as many hot rocks, and it tended to go a little deeper, I think, than the
Yeah,
Equinox did. But all machines have a learning curve. If you
you're
learn
right.
that machine, they will all be good.
Your friend Trucking Nomad wanted to know if you've gotten your Axiom yet. I don't think anybody's
No,
gotten them. They're not out
no,
yet, are they?
no. They keep saying. I tried to call Garrett today, but they'd already closed. Last I heard that it's any day. They're just waiting any day. But I'm going in a few weeks. I'm going up to a Goldfield, and I would love to have that machine to take with me. So the few of us already have them on order. We're just waiting for them to come out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, we shouldn't sing more, Patty.
I can't wait till you get that and to hear from you to hear which machine you actually like better, because I'm so close to buying a gold machine, but I was waiting to get
Buy
people's,
the Ax- buy the Ax- buy the Axiom.
but you haven't used it yet.
Well, I'll still tell you, it's still cheaper. It's
Uh-huh,
less money,
uh-huh.
and it's going to be a good machine. It weighs about the same as the 6000. I tell you, the 6000 is probably your best bet to get, but because my lab sucks, I would get Garrett. I'd get the
How do you
Axiom.
feel about my lab, Jack?
You know what I think? I think everybody on this channel should call Mind Lab in Illinois and tell them, hey, Jack said that you guys suck because you won't give him a dealership. I think if they got like a couple hundred calls and everybody told them that, they'd probably call me and say, "Will you shut up?" And I should
Let's
say
do
that.
that.
I think so.
Let's all
I,
do that.
I think everybody should. I think every week we should just keep calling them. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I
I'll
think
I'll
so too.
I'll post their phone number. They're in Illinois. You can Google it. Mind Lab headquarters. They're in Illinois. I think they're Chicago or in Illinois. But tell them Jack said you guys suck because you won't give him a dealership, and he keeps saying that you guys suck. And he went. And we'd never buy your machine because you're overpriced. You're not in the U.S. And by the way, you suck.
And by the way, Jack says. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
I never did like my knocks because of the sounds. I have a hard time hearing the low tones, and anything that's good on the knocks sounds has this sort of the same sound to me. It's hard for me to hear it. So I just kept digging nails with it. Now
Yeah.
that day is two, I'm doing really good with that one. And any Garrett machine, I love the tones on the Garrett.
Yeah,
And
the
I like the Legend. I like the Legend too.
yeah, the Deus. I've known a few people that use that Deus and they really love it.
I do.
I've used it, but it was harder for me to figure out, and so
It's a learning thing for
it
sure.
is because they've got a lot. It's just like people say, what's better, the Gold Bug 2 or the Gold Monster? Well, the Gold Monster is an easy turn on and go machine, but the Gold Bug 2 has more of a learning curve, but there's more knobs on it that you can balance out some of the hot rocks, and it has a higher frequency. I think Gold Monster is 45, Gold Bug 2 is 71. So it has such a higher frequency for those shallower targets, surface. but it's harder to understand. So people just want simple, drive through, just drive through and just shove that burger in my mouth. I don't have time to go in and order it. I don't have time to learn that machine. I just want to turn it on and go. So same thing. Plus, Goldbug 2 is a Fisher. They're in the U.S. too. So hey, support USA. Go USA. Mine left.
Well, First Texas has Fisher, Technetics, and Bounty Hunter, I believe, and they are a pretty good company. My friend Audra, she is a Technetics person. I have a friend named Mark, and he's the Bounty Hunter guy. They really like their machines, and they dig a lot of holes and find a lot of stuff. So I'm a pretty big fan of Technetics, Bounty Hunter, and what's the other one I just said?
Fisher.
I
can get them for you too if you need one of them, So.
Yeah, I hope that I encourage you people, everyone that's watching, to do metal detecting too, or other kinds of. I do the dump digging in the dump, and I do magnet fishing. And I've been out to that gold mine too. So, Jack, you want to show the picture?
Yes, I will do that.
Show the picture of the thing at the gold mine.
That. So, Trucking Nomad said White's Garrett Gold Mask 24K is his favorite. I know a few people that's found them. Let's see. That's this one right here.
Yeah. Does anybody know what that is? That was.
I do.
I know you do. Does anybody else know what that is? That was when I went to Deadwood, that the man that has the gold claim, he had this hanging up on the side of a wall, and he dug it he didn't find it with a metal detector. He dug it with a track hole type little bobcat type thing. Anybody know what it is? Hello? Anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there? There you go.
Is that Pink Floyd? Is that was Pink Floyd? All right, they're not saying.
Life is a song. Music is music. Music is music, and
Me too. Pretty much anything that that you say a phrase to me, I can almost think of a song to go with it.
Exactly. Yes, I say that all the time. Everything is.
Well, I don't think they're gonna get.
It's part of a sluice box.
Can anybody tell what it is?
Part of a sluice box.
Oh, no. There we go.
Is it copper or steel?
It's metal.
It's steel. It's metal. You can see the rust in it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll tell you what it is. The man dug it up on his property where he had also dug up a couple of graves, but he called that a dead man's sled. Now, do you know, can you see the holes in it?
Now, why do they call that a dead man's sled for?
Anybody tell? See the holes in it?
Yeah. So.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. It's for claim jumpers. They would put the guys that would come and claim jumpers on, lean them up against that sled and shoot them for trying to steal their gold. So that's a pretty cool thing that he dug up out of the ground, I thought. So
he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5, 6 claim jumpers.
He told me there was 6. He counted 6 bullet holes in there.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? It's horrible thoughts, that would happen to people.
Well, maybe that guy was shot twice and close by right there. Boom, boom.
Oh, could be, but.
And that guy up there was shot in the head. Boom.
No, that's what that was actually a screenshot from a video, because he was telling us about that on his wall. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's right there at the head. He said, yep. He said, there's 6 total that I can see. And
wow. And that guy was shot right between. Yeah,
that's something. Cool, I think that's just amazing. But one of the stories that he had, I should have sent you a picture of this too. after we looked at that's like the size of a man's body leaning up against it. Anyway,
That's
after
how big that is?
yes,
Oh,
it's huge.
I thought it was just smaller, so it's huge then.
No, it's tall. I mean, it's big on the side. It is nailed or fixed to the side of a house.
Oh,
So the whole, like from the top to the bottom, it's probably at least 5 feet.
so why do they have to set them up? Why can't they just shoot them? Why do they got to put them in that
I
form?
don't know that answer unless they tied them to it or something. I don't know, but
To hold them
evidently,
up, the rope,
yeah,
put ropes around them and tie them up
yeah.
so they
I don't
wouldn't
know.
fall down, so they'd stand upright. I don't know.
Maybe they already beat the heck out of them when they stood them up there. I don't know. But anyway, I thought it was extremely interesting that that was found there. And then also at the gold claim, he was doing that same digging with his backhoe. It's like a bobcat, but it has a little what's it called? The little arm
Scoop.
scoop. Yeah, you're gonna know this. It had that on there, and anyway, he dug up two, maybe three graves. So he had to stop what he was doing and call the forestry department there, and they came out and did a whole archaeological dig and found the bones. And they said that they wanted to leave them there, so they're still there. So he put crosses on it where it is, and I saw it, but very interesting. But there was two boots in there, and they were kind of old. They were obviously old, nothing much left on them, but they had some little fancy silver buttons and a little ruby buttons on them. And the boots were so messed up and old that you could pull up, like where the toes are, pull it up, and there was bones in there.
Ooh.
No, he showed me that, and he said,
Ooh.
"Let me show you something." He pulled it up, and I said, "Are those bones?"
Digging up, digging up bones.
Digging up bones.
Uh,
Yes, it was bones from the feet of whoever was buried in their boots.
I'd leave them alone too. You don't want to disturb graves.
No, he put everything, but he did keep those boots because they were sitting on a table out by that dead man's chute thing.
Oh, well, then he got their spirits too.
Yeah, he likes that kind of stuff.
Cool. You also had something else too.
What's that?
I don't know. I got a picture of something else here. It's got numbers written on it.
I forgot, which is what I sent you.
You want me to show it?
Yeah, show it and I'll explain what it is. Oh, yeah. That actually doesn't have to do with gold mining. That has to do with coal mining. And that is a coal miner's tag. I guess everybody can tell what that is. And I found that in McAllister, Oklahoma. And McAllister, Oklahoma had lots of coal mining activity there a long time ago. And anyway, I was digging and found that, and that says Parsons, Kansas. So it was the Kansas, Missouri, Texas Railroad. So it was KMT Railroad. I should have brought something in here with me. Anyway, up there says M.F. Smith. Well, M.F. Smith is the man's name that made those tags, and he would make 3 each for each person that had that number. And you would put one on your body to go down in the mine. You put one on your cart, and then you would put one on the wall before you went in. And so that way, every tag that's on the wall, they know that those people are underground. And so if there was an accident or something, they could look on the wall and see the tags that were down there at the time. But you could also tag your cart full of your coal, and then you'd have one on your body in case something happened and they found you, they could identify you. I thought that was extremely interesting. I love that find. I care more about finding relics than finding coins. Coins are fun and coins are cool if they're old and they have story to go with them. Of course, I love them, love to find that stuff. But the relics just mean so much to me. Like, I would love to figure out who this number 318 was.
That would be cool. No, that's actually a pretty cool find.
I was very excited about that one. Just
Yeah.
the history of it. If I could figure out who it belonged to and give it back to their family. It would have been somebody that's already passed away, I'm sure, because the mining was so long ago there. But
Well, did you find all three of them or just one?
just one. Just one.
So maybe the other one's still on the wall and one's still down in the mine.
I hope not. I hope it's not down in the mine, but hopefully the family might have the other ones. But it'd be cool if I could figure out who it was. I'm going to research. I get stuck on the rabbit holes, checking on stuff and watching history stuff.
Well, as soon as you post it, who owns 318? Everybody's going to say, "Oh, I do." That's my family. It's my family. You found number 318. Oh, thank you very much. Please send it to me.
If it really was them, that'd be so cool. Richard just said, if you find any nuggets, they might have been someone's gold teeth.
That's true.
Yep, I think so. I didn't find any gold teeth, but I said earlier that I dug in that bottle dump, and found George's false teeth.
You really found his real false teeth?
I found some false teeth in there. Yes.
Some, but not George Washington's false teeth.
No. We just named the man George.
Oh, because
we were finding all the stuff. We just called it George.
His teeth were made out of wood.
That's what they said. I wonder. I don't wonder if that's true. They did say that. Yeah. Oh.
I got another picture here too that you had.
Okay.
You need to see that. Let me see where I did that one. This one right here.
Oh, yeah. Anybody know what that thing is behind me?
Yeah, I don't want.
I know you know what it is. Anybody else know what that thing is?
I used to do that a long time ago, and then I got rid of that hobby.
That is something I got as an anniversary gift. My husband, again, they were trying to figure out what I wanted, as a gift. And I found this, and I said, I want that. And so I got me a little table set up, and I got my workbench. Anybody know what it is?
Everybody knows what that is.
They do. I didn't know what it was till I saw one.
Really?
Yeah. All right, I'll just tell you what it is. It's called a Cab King, and the cab stands for cabochon, which is I love anything shiny, so therefore I pick up lots of rocks, I love crystals. I love that kind of stuff. So
one side polishes and one side grinds.
Yes, you start on the left, and I put my stuff, whatever I have in my rock tumbler for a week, and then change the media and do another week, and it comes out pretty shiny. And then I'll cut it in half or cut it at a spot, and then I use that machine, and I start on the left side is the most gritty, and work my way over to the right side. It has a little water drip in it to keep all the dust out, the dust from hitting me. Anyway, work my way towards the right, and it comes out beautifully shiny.
Years and years ago, I thought, that's a cool hobby. I want to do that. So I bought me one of those machines, and I bought a big rock saw and little table saw, and I bought all the dies and started making hearts and crosses and little cabochon things. And after about 2 weeks of doing that, I said, you know what? Screw this shit. This ain't for me, man. And I got rid of everything.
I enjoy it. That's one of my other hobbies. It's just the rocks and making them into something pretty, something shiny. I mean, you don't even know how pretty a rock could be till you cut it in half and shine.
You got to have patience for that stuff, though. You got to sit down and just to sit there. You know what? I've seen weeds grow faster than just sitting there.
That's funny. Well, I enjoy doing it. And yes, you're right. It is a time-consuming deal.
No,
It takes.
it'd be a nice little relaxing hobby just to release some stress and just sit there and you
Mhm.
get them looking real pretty and then you move it just wrong and you hit it and it cracks and you go, God dang son of a
Pop, 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 pop. Yep. Yep. It happens. Anyway, that's another treasure that I love is rocks and crystals. And so I like doing what they call mudlarking.
Oh yeah. I just
I
learned that just a few weeks ago from a
I
guest. I've never heard that term.
I really enjoy that a lot. And there's a place in New Jersey that's called Dead Horse Bay. And that's the place. If you want to do mudlarking, that's the place to go. There's treasure all in there, but it's also could be radioactive. It was a dump, it's called Dead Horse Bay, like they truly did wash up the dead animals and stuff are all
Well,
dumped there.
take Gypsy with you with a detector with a Geiger counter on it, so when you come out of there, you can test yourself to.
We have done some mudlarking in a creek before, and she's pretty cool. If you don't watch her show, you should. It's a good one too.
Yeah,
It's Zero Discrimination is
yeah.
hers.
Oh,
And
you're
then she
pretty good.
does the podcast, Treasure Vortex with Amanda.
Yeah.
So they're pretty cool. I'm going to see Amanda in a week. Be
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So
They've both been on the show before too.
Amanda too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've only been doing this, I think, for like 3.5, 4 years or something like that. So
Wow. Every Wednesday?
every Wednesday.
Oh, I'll have to start watching now. I assumed it was just gold mining stuff. So,
No,
and
no,
treasure hunting.
no. It started off just as a regular podcast, and then it switched over to the YouTube thing, so it went live. But no, it's been here for many years. Gone through lots of changes, and so
Yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. I'm glad to know that people that do um, gold mining also do metal detecting and mudlarking.
Well,
I
I've
know
never.
you have a lot of water where you live.
No, I don't have water out here. That's why. That's why we do desert prospecting.
Dry.
But I'm into like I love to go hunt railroad stops, ghost towns,
Mhm,
stuff like that. And so
mhm,
we have a lot of the railroad out here and a lot of the railroad stops and a lot of them are nowadays are becoming on private property where you can't get into them
mhm,
because it's government owned
mhm,
now. But
mhm.
there's a lot of history, a lot of the old West people, they all came out here in the mid 1800s, and then you had the Spanish out here too. So there's a lot of cool stuff out here.
Jack, do you have near you? Do you have any of the gold mines that are like into the side of the mountain?
Yeah.
Like so, but where you do, you mostly do sluicing.
No, we do mostly dry stuff and metal detecting.
So dry stuff, you still use a sluice to do dry?
No, it's through a dry washer.
Okay.
Uh,
Is
like
that just a vibration thing?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna play this clip. I don't know if this will play. I'm gonna see if this
So there's
thing
just
will
another
play
chute
here.
right there, and you can see the middle of those little boards right there. If there's not a cart there to haul the ore away, they can have the closed gates, I guess, kind of closed, and then once the cart is back there, the ore cart, they'll pull them out and then fill it up, and then they'll just push that back down and stop the ore from coming out until they're ready again.
Wow.
This is the furthest I've ever made it back here, and it's kind of scary to me.
You need your you should better have your coal miner's tag on for that, Joe. Jack.
No, there's
It looks like that dead ends right there.
That dead ends.
Yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. I would love to go into one of those.
there's a few of them out here like that. And you get back in there, they got bats and stuff come flying at you.
Sure.
But yeah,
Stuff that's not used to seeing a light.
yeah, you never know what you'll run into back there.
Yeah, I would love that. I like kind of spooky stuff anyway, but I think that'd be so cool to go in there. So when you've gone down in there, have you ever found anything, or you just
No,
just
it's nothing. It's
mostly
just
looking?
exploring, just going back in to say, oh, I went back there, man.
I would love that. I would
Yeah.
jump out of an airplane. I mean,
Yeah.
I would do that in a second.
No,
Yeah.
I'll follow
Cool.
somebody in there, but I won't go in there by myself. No, no. But
I
anyway,
might.
yeah, no, I'm not into that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
probably get dead and no one would even know I was gone.
no, there's really no water out here, so everything we do is dry mostly. Like
Mhm.
if we go to the desert and fill up buckets of dirt and bring it back, and then we'll run them through maybe a machine where we recirculate the water, or we do a lot of metal detecting, or some people may haul water out to the desert, but there's really no per se water out here to dredge or high
I
bank or
thought.
nothing like
hmm
that not in
So
Arizona.
the machines you use, they're similar to a sluicing, but they just vibrate instead of water? Is it
Yeah,
like a
well, they're what they call
table?
dry wash. Here's a dry washer right here. I'll play this here.
So what's happening there? You're putting the dirt in there, and what's going down that hose?
So the dirt, everything smaller than that half-inch falls over a sluice, like dry sluice, and it's got vibration and air blowing up through it, and that's what settles the gold
Oh,
out, and then it gets caught
hmm
in them riffle trays like that, and then you pan
hmm
that out. So,
So you still do the panning after it comes out of there.
yeah,
So you're just making it smaller,
yeah, everything.
smaller
Yeah,
dirt.
we're just separating the gold out of the dirt.
hmm
Yeah. Everything in life, whatever you do, whether you run dredges, high bankers, big mining operations, small mining operations, when it's all said and done, everything goes back to a gold pan.
I tried that gold panning, but I wasn't very good at it. But I do have a bucket full of pay dirt to do. I need a lot more practice to figure out how to do it. I could see it wasn't any nuggets or anything like that, but I could see shiny. I was panning, flipping, and
Yeah.
doing my thing, and then I started banging on the side to get everything to fall down, but the gold to stay. But there was nothing big. I could see the shiny in there, so it came out just that black sand and the little sparklies. But I don't know how to get them separated.
Let's see. Well, let me see. Where's a good gold? I don't know if these are. Let's see how you can see. Oh, there's gold. I see gold. Look at that. Look at all that gold. Woo-hoo, baby. Looking good, huh? Look at it all. Whoa. Nice chunky pieces in there. So that is nice gold.
That
What?
is nice gold.
I got more videos on here than I realized.
How do you get that gold out of that black sand? Do you use a magnet and move the black sand? How do you do it?
You can, or just basically like that. If you work the pan long enough, you can get rid of the black sand and keep all the gold there.
Do you bang it, like hit it on the side to try
Yeah,
to
you
get the
could.
black
Yeah.
sand down?
Well, that's because the gold will bounce up. You bring. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I would love to come and really learn how to gold pan and learn
Well, that's what we do
what
at
the
our
machines do.
outings and our events out here. Grab the family and come on out. Spend 5 days. Call that number. Come on out. Get
What's the
registered.
number? Give us the number.
928. I'll post it. 928 851 7167.
That'd be fun for everybody to meet out there together. I love meeting people. I do.
Yeah. I think right now there's probably 20 some people registered is what there is.
And
But,
when is that for? What date is that one?
That's the end of the year. That's our
The
New Year's.
Eve, New Year's
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we do metal detecting hunt. We have a field here that we plant, a planted field for metal
Yeah, seeded.
detecting hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do
That's
that
fun.
We do that every month too. We do metal detecting hunts, give away prizes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, so if I came there, what airport do you fly into to get to your house? I mean, to get to your mine.
You could go into either Phoenix or Vegas.
I'll be in Vegas November 8th.
Well, you're almost here then.
One of my other things I do is not me really, but we as a family is we go to car auctions and we buy cars. So my
Oh,
favorite car is a 70 Mach 1 Mustang that I got.
oh.
So
What
that's
year?
why 70.
70.
Mhm.
That was a Mustang Fastback, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got the Hurst shifters, 4-speed, 351 Cleveland. It's a good car, and the color is the color of a Dr. Pepper can. It is so pretty.
Oh,
It's that deep cherry maroon sort of color. It's real pretty. So anyway, that's another thing that treasures to me is everything is a treasure to me, Jack.
it sounds like it.
People and places and cars and
It sounds like you got the best life.
even bugs. I like bugs. I like critters.
Well, I'd probably find some bugs around here if I looked. You know,
I do.
I've been
I
finding
do
crickets
like
lately around here.
insects. That's
Beetles.
crazy, I'm sure.
Beetles and crickets. There's nothing under my desk. Nobody's there. So, okay, man. Hey, that's pretty cool. Anyways, I guess we can start wrapping things up here. Richard says 1972 Buick GS was my first car. Sweet.
We had a 1975, I think, Buick Grand National. But we don't have it anymore. But my husband is wishing badly we'd have kept that. That's that car that's all black and it's Buick Regal, but it's all black with the supercharged motor and stuff. So we did have that. So what you had might be 72 Buick GS. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I think my first car was like a Ford Pinto.
My first car was a 1972 Mercury Montego, and it was chocolate brown, and it cost $500.
Wow. Well, it's amazing just even the Mustangs. I used to love the Mustangs. I do love, like, the old Mustangs. They're 65s and, like back in there, 69,
Yeah,
68. I really love the Mustangs. They got excellent gas mileage back there. They had the 302s. They did better then. They really outdid themselves. And then I think it was 75. They had to get rid of it because it was such a good car. And they really messed up the body and changed everything around. So the life didn't last as long as the good old ones did.
But then they came back. Like right now, the Mustangs are pretty badass.
Well, have you seen the new electric Mustang? Oh,
I have not.
oh,
I
shit.
haven't.
Oh, I'd love to own one of them.
Yeah.
About 70 grand just to go.
Nah. We just buy older cars, kind of, muscle cars, I guess, is more what we like. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we enjoy that. That's another treasure hunting. I don't buy much, but that particular Mustang, was not very long after the John Wick movies came out. My son, who was probably 34, was sitting next to me, and that car came across in front of us, and he was elbowing me. He said, "Mom, buy that car. Mom, buy that car." I don't know. And he said, "Mom, that's John Wick's car. Buy that car." So I was like, "Okay."
So you bought it?
I did.
Wow, you are rich.
I'm not rich, but I bought that car.
Wow.
I'm not rich. No.
I've got all these books here, the United States Treasure Atlases. These are out of print. You can't get them. But
What year is that?
I'm not sure what year these were. I know you can't get them anymore. You can go on eBay. They want a lot of money for them.
So what's
85.
inside there?
Where all the treasures are throughout the whole. Like this says, this one here is Alaska, so it'll give you all the reference points, and then you look at it, and it'll tell you what it was, whether it was a ghost town or numerous amounts of early day miners being attacked. And then I collect books like the Lost Treasure magazine books and all of them because they tell you where hidden stuff's at. I got all types of treasure magazine books, and say I love treasure. We get the American Digger magazine.
I'm in that book.
Are you? Which one?
My gold coin.
Which one?
Oh, I don't know that.
How many years ago?
Recent. It was very recent.
Oh, I'll have to look at it. If you go back, there was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 issues ago, a lot of our gold nuggets were in here that we found up on the hill up here.
Awesome. Well, Butch Holcomb, that is actually the editor, owner of that magazine. I know him too, and he is a really nice man.
Will you believe it that he's been on the show too?
Butch has been on your show?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I bet he had a lot of good stories to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that magazine that you first showed, that was the treasure hunter thing
That's the one I think that just came out. Yeah.
No, the old book.
Oh, that. Yeah, they don't have them anymore. I got a whole bunch of those. That one. That?
No.
Oh, different. Oh, that one.
Yes. That right there is treasure to me. That book is treasure.
Oh, see, this is just the A's. This is a 10-volume set for the entire United States.
Ooh, what is that sound? It sounds like a cartoon.
No, I laid something down on this stupid ass.
Oh, that. What is that? Is that a toy?
It's those sound things. You know, when somebody does something really cool and, you know, and then you can say.
That's funny.
Huh?
Isn't
And
that
also,
funny?
like if you say you did something really cool and say, oh, man, that was really cool. And then I could say, yay, all right. Thank you.
That's funny. Oh, goodness.
I got some cool coffee cups here. Oh, look at that. That's the same thing as our thing is.
It is Finding Gold.
That's not the cool one I had.
Fever and Adventures.
Where my? Oh, here's the, look at that. There's the cool one right there.
Ooh, that is cool. The Digger's Den?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Brian.
Is it?
It's Brian, yes. That's who I bought my first detector from. It was actually from Gypsy, and she uses the Digger's Den.
Well, tell him I loved it so much I made coffee cups out of them.
That's cool.
So yeah, I make my own coffee cups.
Cool. I had to send you one of my stickers.
Oh yeah, see, I got a sticker board right there. That I'll put it
stickers. On. Yeah.
I'm getting stickers made myself here soon.
Good. You have to send them to me. I've been putting them on my suitcase.
I will do
the
that.
suitcase that I carry all my metal detecting equipment in.
Yeah,
it's kind of a Planko type thing.
Yeah. Send me a few of them because see, I got, you know, people send me stickers like right here. There's a whole bunch of them. And then I give them away to people, you know, for prizes and
for
stuff
your
like
giveaways.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a whole bunch of different stickers here from
Yeah,
people.
that's cool. Well, when we go to come out swinging, I'm going to in Pennsylvania. I'm going to that not this week, but week after next, and they're going to have a whole table that's for everybody to put their stickers on to do sticker swap. It's a cool idea, I think.
It is. If I had all my stickers, I'd send you a bunch of them to swap them.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I won't have them by then.
Yeah.
So,
that'd
but
be cool.
anyways, all right. We're going to wind down. We'll let you go here because I know that you're on a different thing. Your family's all yelling at you to get out here and go pay attention to. So
They said, okay, go do what you got to do. Sorry, we're not on, how'd they say it? Sorry, we're not famous. Or something.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, oh, brother.
I got to
Goofy.
find where my end of show is right here. Okay. Anyway, all right. Before we let you go, I got to ask you one last question.
What's that?
Somebody that's just starting out in this hobby, what's probably the best piece of advice you could give them?
In the treasure hunting hobby, oh gosh, if you're doing metal detecting, just get to know your machine, use your machine, location. That really matters. Like if I'm in Texas, in the Dallas area, I can't find the same stuff that I can find up in upstate New York or Pennsylvania or even at a mine like yours, you know. So if you can go to those places, but even still, just go to a park. Go to a park and find clad coins, you know, dimes, nickels, pennies. I could pay for my metal detector, one of them, with all the coins that I found. It's just fun. If you really like treasure hunting and you want to, I walk down the road or down just out in the field and I can imagine all the things under my feet. If your brain works like that, then do it. I have so much fun, and I get so dirty. My face is dirty. My fingernails are filthy, but man, I have fun. I have
That's
so
cool.
much fun. So I would say it's an adventure. If that's your kind of adventure, do it. Just go for it. That would be
It
what
is.
I'd say.
All right. Well, we appreciate you taking some time hanging with us.
Thank
Enjoy
you, Jack.
your adventures up there at Dig Stock. Tell everybody we said hi,
Okay.
and we'll
Wish
have
I
you
had your
on.
stickers.
Yes, we'll have you back on the show down the road and talk all over
Okay.
again.
Thank you so much, Jack, and thank you everybody for hanging with us and listening
Hey,
to my stories.
cool finds, man. Best of luck to you in the future. We'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for
All
hanging, man.
right.
Okay,
Thank
see you. Bye.
you.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.